Hey, besties.
Hey.
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
All right, let's get into it, teams.
Yep.
What's your tea for the week?
So my tea is I recently acquired a Peloton bike.
You did indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that
going?
going?
Very excited. Good. I haven't been able to get on it as much as I want, just life, after school activities and things. But I have been on it a few times and I'm really, really enjoying it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That leads me into my tea, which now that you have your own Peloton bike, that allows you to share your membership with me, and I've been really into it.
It's awesome.
Besties, I know you guys have heard about Peloton. It is one of those things where it lives up to the hype.
It does.
I was very pleasantly surprised because I'd heard about Peloton for so long and heard you talking about it, but it's just... Thank you for the membership. I am
really, really good.
Thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah. I sweat more when I do these classes than I do with any class that I've probably ever taken.
Yeah.
Like, even in person. Like, it's just something about them when the instructors actually are really good at their craft. Like, they are actually guiding you, talking to you, but almost like you're one-on-one.
I agree.
Even though you know they're talking, like, it could be recorded or it could be live, but... Like, even though, let's say, they are in a room full of people, it still feels like they're talking to you.
I just feel like they know what they're doing. And they're fun.
Yeah.
All the classes I've taken, now I haven't taken any class over 20 minutes yet because, I like my little short workout burst. But I've used different teachers. And even though I prefer some styles over the other, I haven't had any bad classes.
Yeah.
And then with the other, workouts that I've been doing, I'm like my glutes hurt just sitting here.
Yeah.
And I don't even feel like I'm exerting myself that hard in these classes. And that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you can challenge yourself. Like, you basically can compete with yourself, but you can also compete with other people. And it's like whatever motivates you and moves you, they have on there. And there's a lot of options. Like, they have so many instructors that you don't get stuck with, like, well, it's either between this person or this person. I don't really care for either, so I guess I'll go with this person. It's like, no, for most things, there's a ton of different personalities that you can choose from and instructors that they each have their own little niche.
Yeah, and they pick good music and everything too. It's a really good time. It's everything it's cracked up to be.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Get y'all some Peloton in your life if you can. Highly recommend.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a Peloton. I can't overemphasize that enough. Like, I just got a Peloton bike.
Yeah.
I had nothing Peloton before that.
But you need to know someone who has a Peloton though, right?
No, you can get your own membership. You do not have to have a Peloton to get that.
Oh, if I just wanted to get the app, then I could. Oh, so I thought that you had to know somebody to put you on game. Oh.
No, you can just get the app and get a membership. Like,
I would pay for this after this if I needed to.
Yeah. That's the same thing I said with my cousin. I'm like, if I had to pay for it, I would 1,000% would because there's no way that you can go wrong with it. Now, I think depending on which, all subscriptions, depending on which one you get, you have more access to things. Right. So obviously, if you get, the whole package deal, it's going to cost a little bit, but you have access to everything. And
that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Nice little tidbit there.
You don't have to have a Peloton to do it. So
that's a good
just
note.
Do it. Like, it would be worth probably any TV subscription that anybody would have.
Facts. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. So I'm going to get into our first Reddit thread.
Cool.
Okay. This is from Am I the Assholes? We know. I love that Reddit. So, am I the asshole for continuing to wear makeup and dress in my normal style around a friend who thinks her husband has a crush on me? This is written by a 29-year-old female. She's speaking about her 31-year-old friend. My friend has told me that her husband, 35-year-old male, has a crush on me and has recently told her that he fantasizes over me. This already makes me feel very awkward, but now she has asked if I can stop wearing makeup and wear baggy clothes around him. We went out for dinner last night at a reasonably expensive restaurant with a few others, 7 of us in total, and she texted me when I got home saying she was angry at me for looking hot after she asked me to not wear makeup. She's my friend and I want to do the right thing, but there's nothing I could wear that is baggy that would have suited the restaurant we were in, which was a Michelin star restaurant. My style is very conservative and I was wearing a very average dress with heels. I've written out several responses ranging from an apology to being quite rude, but wanted to check my thoughts here before I go back to her. I don't want to make life difficult for her, but what she's asking for feels unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
What did Reddit say?
Reddit says she's not the asshole. Like, friend is completely insecure and very odd that her husband would even tell her something like that. And then people are like, they're trying to get a threesome. All of this.
Not if she's doing all that.
Reddit ran the gamut, but the consensus was that she's not the asshole.
From the friend, no, she's not. Like the person, the OP? Right. No, she's not. And I think the moment that you told me that your husband confided this in you, I would really have to put up major boundaries in our friendship, and I probably wouldn't go anywhere where I now know that he's going to be.
Hell yeah.
I just wouldn't, because I don't do that, so I wouldn't want to be, like, I don't want to even be around him, because to me that's weird as hell. Like, that he would tell you that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's bananas to me. Like, I mean, why would you tell your wife that?
I guess good that y'all have open communication, I guess.
But it depends on how he said it, like the context.
That's wild, though. I can't even imagine coming at my friend sideways because you told me that you're attracted to her. Like, that's a conversation between me and you. I would be embarrassed to tell my homegirl that.
I would be very embarrassed.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
And then you go as far to tell her to change her looks or whatever. That's crazy.
No. At that point, the moment you asked me to do that, I would say it's probably not the easiest conversation, but this is where I think our friendship probably ends.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just going to pull back right now because
you clearly don't value me as a friend.
No.
To even, like, it's one thing for you to tell me, like, one, I probably wouldn't even want to tell you but I would tell you because I wouldn't want you to think that I'm acting funny towards you because of this situation with my husband.
Right.
That has nothing to do with you, but I don't want you to think that I don't want to spend time with you, or I don't want you coming over to my house, but this is something that he and I need to work through. Mm-hmm. So moving forward, it'll probably just be me and you and our other friends doing things without him.
We've had that conversation though either. Like, it is weird when the husbands are the, like, what are you
like the Galentine's thing.
Yeah.
Like, why do you, I don't know.
Like, if my girls are over, come in, be nice, say hi, do your little chit chat, and then make your exit.
And
like, you don't need to be lingering around and eating with us and drinking and hanging out unless her man is here too. And then y'all go off and do your own thing.
Correct.
Like, that's very strange.
That is weird.
To me. Yeah.
People are weirdos though.
It's crazy.
No surprise.
Wear baggy clothes. Like, what? I don't own baggy clothes, so you just want me to just go out and buy a whole new wardrobe to wear when I'm around y'all? Crazy.
So my thread is not from Reddit. It's, I don't even know.
That's
something from somewhere from the internet. A mom of a 4-month-old baby gave a friend permission to hold her baby, but was shocked at what happened next. After the friend gave a baby a kiss on the cheek, the mother in UK said that she was taken aback by the action, wondering why someone would kiss another person's baby. The woman writes that she wiped the baby's face when the friend left, but that she was feeling quite upset about her inconsiderate behavior and putting her baby's health at risk. They put that in quotes. Mm-hmm. She mentions that the baby was fussy and expressed worry for the baby's health. It's just taken a little too far. Baby has all her vaccines so far, the mother mentioned before asking other members of the forum what she should do and say to the visitor as well as others in the future. The mother added an additional note in the comments section stating, "We as a family haven't kissed the baby on their face so far." And that's basically she's saying, am I being unreasonable? So it might be like the UK's version of Reddit. I don't know. It kind of sounds like it, like, am I being unreasonable? It sounds like, am I the asshole?
Were people able to comment on that?
No. This was like under the Apple News thing, so they don't really include all of that.
I don't think she's being unreasonable. I mean, you kind of get to decide how you want people to interact with your child. Yeah. If she hasn't even kissed her child on the cheek, I could see her being like, what the fuck? Like, who are you to be kissing my child like that? I don't think she's overreacting. I don't know if it's like the health thing. I feel like she's using that because she really is a stretch. But she really doesn't have to explain her reasoning when it comes to her kids. Like,
Right.
that's how I feel. I don't need to explain my reasoning when I'm doing whatever, you know?
I'm pretty sure I would have said something in a non-confrontational way. Personally, I think everybody can do what they want with their kids, as you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Everyone can do what they want with their kids.
Right. Right.
However, I think it's weird as hell you haven't kissed those snuggly little baby cheeks.
Right. I know.
That is strange to me.
That is strange.
I think that makes you the asshole. Like,
yeah, that is strange.
You have a 4-month-old baby, you haven't kissed your baby?
Yeah, that's wild to me.
It's impossible. Like, they're like little drugs. Like,
I don't see. They smell so
them.
good. Yeah.
Their cheeks are so smushy, and how can you not?
Yeah.
But never have I ever kissed somebody else's baby in my life.
Yeah.
That is weird as hell.
Yeah.
Now, because obviously in this clip of somebody else's thread, we don't have all of the edits that I'm assuming came along with it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to know the age of the person who kissed. I mean, she said a friend, so, you know, I guess in my head I'm thinking, you know, I could see an auntie or like an elder might do one of those swacks with like, you know, the lips or something. Yeah. But usually they know is forehead. It's like top of the head only, or like bottom of the feet.
Right.
Not on the face. Like that, I feel like is a rule that most people should know. You just don't ever do that with somebody else's baby. I've never done the top of the head or the feet because I just feel like my lips don't belong on anybody else's kid.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it depends. Like, if it's like family or something, like if anyone in my family kissed my kids when they were babies, like that's my family. I don't really care about that. Yeah. Now, if it's a stranger or someone just like, no, that's not going to fly.
No.
What I don't like is like grabbing their little hands and like putting your don't do that because they can put their hands like that's where the health comes. I don't like that, you know, but hey, people have their different things. So
yes, people can do what they want with their kids. This is just our own opinion.
And I don't think we need to, you know, for the dummies out there, we got to disclaim. When she says that, she clearly means within reason.
Yeah, read between the lines.
Correct. You know, it's always a few out there. God.
For the people in the back.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. So this is like a college style one, but it's related to friendship a little bit. So are you familiar with like laundry program that they would have at schools? Like basically you pay money. They come and they wash your clothes. Mm-hmm. Most dorms have actual washing machines that you can like go and sit, but it's like a convenience thing. So this is kind of like centered around that. So I'm a 20-year-old female enrolled in the laundry program at school where I pay a lump sum and they do my laundry for me all year. It's very popular at my university and they pick it up from my dorm weekly. My friend, who's a 21-year-old female, is weirdly obsessed with this and constantly comments on it for some reason. She always comes over and sees my bag and has some random comment to say. She'll say, how could anyone pay for that? To which I always say, why would I ever do something I don't want to do if I can just pay someone else to do it for me? I'm wondering if she's like this to everyone because that would explain why she has few friends. Almost everyone I know uses the laundry program. Her unwanted comments make me like her less. She did it again and was like, what a waste of money. The laundry program is ridiculously expensive and no one can afford that. I simply said that I can't afford it and it's not my fault because she's poor. I'm not, so I'll continue paying for the program. She's furious that I called her poor, but she is. It's just a fact. Am I the asshole? There's an edit. LOL at all the bitter people. It's unfortunate that her parents don't take care of her like they should, but that's not my problem. I'm not her mom and dad. They're responsible for their own kid.
At first I was going to say, hands down, she's not. But the more, she should have just ended it like 5 sentences ago, and she wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
If it was just like, why is this friend always making a comment? Because immediately I was like, well, she probably can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
In which she should just keep her comments to herself to prevent this kind of situation from even happening. But clearly, she's just a dick.
Yeah, she is.
So, yeah, you're the asshole.
She flipped it on herself real quick.
She did. She put her foot in her mouth. So she is an asshole just because her personality is an asshole.
Yeah.
She's not necessarily the asshole because of her other friend's insecurity and her not being able to keep her mouth closed.
Correct. And that edit was in response to Reddit eating her ass up about calling her poor and like, are you living off your parents' money? And like, it's your parents paying for it. Don't act like you worked hard to do this. That's what's called privilege, when you're benefiting off of something that you had nothing to do with.
What an asshole.
It's not my fault her parents don't take care of her. Just because they're not paying for her to have her laundry done doesn't, yeah, so. It's like, wow, what a bitch. People are like, I'm sure you have few friends too.
Clearly. Based on the tone of her thread. Employees should get a raise each year that at minimum accounts for inflation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yes.
At minimum.
Yes.
Bare minimum. Absolutely.
And then maybe eventually inflation won't necessarily be a thing. At least not to the degree that it is, because they get tired of paying us so much all the time.
Don't we wish?
Yeah, I know.
Middle names are pointless.
Yeah. Actually, no. I take that back.
Name.
I take that back. Middle names are a good thing. I'm taking back everything I just said.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate a middle name.
Because I think it's good to have a backup. So I feel like parents have to be responsible when giving middle names. Like if you're going to do a wild card name, don't also do a wild card middle name.
Right.
You know, like do a wild card name and then a plain Jane name. Mm-hmm. And then if the kid decides, like, I don't want to be known as Bonquiqui, I want to be known as... Bonquiqui. I had to get something that I thought nobody would be named. So they wouldn't be upset. You know, I'd rather go by Mary.
Right.
They have the option of doing that. So you should not hook up with anyone if they're drunk. True. I mean, I don't know what else to say to that.
I mean, I agree. If you're drunk too, that could be fun.
You're both drunk.
If you're both drunk, that could be fun. But
that's what it is.
Yeah. But if you're sober and they're drunk, yeah, that makes you a sleaze.
Yeah.
That's giving date rape. That's giving
lock away the key.
Very inappropriate.
Lock you up, throw away the key.
Paper newspapers and magazines will be obsolete within the next 50 years. It's not going to take that long.
This game? I feel like we pretty much already are.
It's not going to take that long.
No.
Do you know I fantasize about going to the store on a Sunday morning and picking up a newspaper? I have done it 0 times.
Really?
But like since the new year dawned. I just want to
get a paper.
I just want to eat a pancake and some coffee on a Sunday morning and just read my paper. Old school style. I've done it no times at all. Girl. Hashtag controversy.
Oh.
We should normalize makeup on men.
I don't know. I guess it already is normalized.
I think it's already normalized too.
I mean, there's been plenty of times I've seen people with full face and a beard, full face without a beard. There's men who have makeup lines and all sorts of stuff, hair product lines. I feel like it already is.
I would agree with that. It is pretty normalized now.
Yeah.
I saw a video and there was a guy, like you mentioned, like black dude, full beard, was like beating his face. And just going to the comments and seeing how some people were like, but why you got the beard though? Like, what is the purpose of you doing all this with a beard? And, you know, people throwing the religious thing at him and this and that. There's always going to be that. And then some people like, let him live. He's not bothering anybody. And so, I don't know.
I won't lie. Like, when I first started seeing people, and this happened more when I lived in Georgia, I saw more of, like, the beard with like the beat face, not necessarily where we were living before. Before, I would say I would just see like a clean face with makeup on it. So there I was able to get used to it. But in the beginning, I was kind of like, why the beard though? But at the end of the day, what difference does it make to me?
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's your face. You do whatever you want to do with your face. Yeah, you can do
whatever it is that you want. It would be no different than people getting face tats and piercings all over.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm used to seeing it too because, you know, I love me some MAC. I love me some Sephora and all those places. And they have a lot of men that work there. And you go in there and they are snatched. And You can do my makeup all day long because I see what you got going on and what you've done over there. Like, here, show me what works here. And I love that. I'm not attracted to a man that does that, though. I think that's a very different thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because, you know, like, nail polish is becoming a thing. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, straight heterosexual men wearing nail polish?
I guess, like, it's not abnormal to me. Like, coming from theater in high school, I feel like we saw that quite a handful. And even then, you had your goth kids that would wear, like, the black nail polish or, like, I don't know. I guess I've seen it, so it doesn't make me blink.
Yeah.
I just am like, I mean, is that something that I'm attracted to? No, doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Like, if I was dating someone and then all of a sudden they started doing it, I would probably be like, what's this era that we're in?
Yeah, what's happening here?
Yeah, what is this?
What's going on here?
So, yeah, like, if it's something that you want to do, I say do it. I just need you to do it before I meet you.
Get that out your system. Yeah.
I need to know up front. Like, I just can't wake up one day and all of a sudden you're, like, wearing my clothes and my shoes and my nail polish.
Did you see Boosie's rant about, like, Drake wearing nail polish and, like, people wearing nail polish and stuff? Like, he just went on this whole thing. He's like, women, it's y'all fault. Y'all too understanding. And you need to be selling them out when you seeing them and, like, make them feel embarrassed for doing it.
I have commented. I have my own opinion about that because I feel like, you know, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Because if you say something, then you're emasculating and you're not allowing men to be in touch with their, you know, their feelings and their feminine side. And then you wonder why they're not showing them, you know, expressing their feelings, and they're so toxic and pent up with all this emotion because you just won't allow them to be free. So which way is it going to be? You want me to put you, you know, on the man stool and you have to just keep it bottled up? Or do you want me to let you be feminine? And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, to each their own. Y'all do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I was just going like make the lips stop moving.
There's no good end to that conversation where we...
Our phones shouldn't be allowed to listen to us. So true.
No, they shouldn't be allowed to listen to us at all.
True.
You hear that, Apple? Did you get that when I sent you that text message when we were talking about our audio?
Yeah.
You hear that?
I think it's creepy and it's an invasion of privacy, but then they could argue that it's not because we're always agreeing to all of their stupid terms, because if we don't, then we can't use the things that we want to use.
Yeah.
So you force our hands.
It's annoying.
All right, besties. Well, thank you so much for joining us. As always, like, subscribe, comment. Our numbers are going up. We really appreciate it.
Indeed.
The views are viewing. Everything is going in the direction that we all collectively as besties want it to. So thank you so much, and we will see you in the next episode.